Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about something very important to my people, the citizen of our country, which is Nigeria. Firstly, understand the situation that we are in this country, which is insecurity, lack of creativity of jobs, poverty, and other things. Firstly, the situation that we have to change it by our own performance. Voice is something that is very important, but action is very important more than the voice. Because the time that voice become the voiceless is the time that voice of the voiceless become the voiceless. So that time any kind of voice will become the voiceless. To make a good video and talk about the situation that we are in this country, how to solve the problems without any taking an action. So definitely it's no use, it's useless at all. Because of if we want to change the situation of this country and if we want to our country to go further, so we have to change our own decisions to make this country progress, to make this country proud of us, and to make this country perform well. Firstly, consider with the election campaign. Elections campaign is very important, and with election campaign, everybody has all right to choose any kind of leader that he wants to lead him, and this is very important to look on. So this country is democratic society, whereas democracy is the government of the people, and democracy is free freedom of any citizen of a country, and democracy is decisions making from people, or is any power come from people. Because if you consider what democracy come from two great words, demo means people, then characters means power. Therefore means power to the people. Maybe that is. So we that we are in the country of democracy. So we have to look on and solve our own problem by ourselves, not other people. We don't need any kind of help in other outside society, outside country. We have to solve the problem in our own society, which is to choose a good leader. Sometimes people will talk about how to solve the problems, but because of the lack of action on that situation and the selfishness of our leaders, that's why we are in this society. That's why we are in this situation. That's why our own country are not going further. So if we want our country to go further, so we have to look on and solve our own problem ourselves, by ourselves. To say that, yes, of course, prayer is very important for all of us to pray and tell Almighty God what we want and what we need so that to solve our own problems. So, but what? There is an action. If we don't take an action, for example, take an example if a bandit comes to your own society and tackle all the people, properties. So, firstly, if you want Allah to defend you, so you have to defend yourself by hiding somewhere, running, and other things. So, if Allah see your performance, so He can continue helping you. But there is not any action. How will you come to say that you are praying to Almighty God to give you a money? Then you go home or room and sleep and say that that money will fall like a rainfall. Definitely, it's impossible. So anything that you want to do, there's an action. You want to make an action. Action is very important in any kind of thing that we are doing. So that is my own message. Please, we for this country, we have to change the situation that we are. Yes, of course, dealing with this situation is from our leaders because of if you consider with us criminals who are in who we are calling them as a bandit, they are human being like us. Yes, of course, right, they are human being like us. But because of our leaders, because of lack of leaders that we have in our society, that is why you see that bandit has grown. So if we want to solve our own problem, we have to solve it by ourselves. So and say that getting away from to protect ourselves, that this is abuse of the government. And government, this is abuse of the government. Because of if anybody, any citizen of the country get away from to protect himself, what do you think? Means come man cannot do it. So that is my own message to all the citizens of this country. May Allah help us and may Allah grant us good, very important wish. So that is all. That is the end. Maybe this is an important message for all of us. So please share this to anybody who want to hear some things, and I want to share ideas with all of us, all of the country. I'm talking all of the country, not all person who is hearing what I'm saying. That is the end.